Good morning traders and welcome to today's live trading. Today is the 19th of April, it is a Thursday as usual and we are on the FTSE 100. So just to quickly run you through my morning analysis, we are currently in a band around the sort of 7330 level. You will notice yesterday, if I bring up a 4-hour chart, we've had a pretty good run yesterday. In fact, we've had a pretty good run in April, pretty much from the back end of March. We're up quite a lot, but as you can see currently we're away from this ATMA, and if I drop down to the hourly chart as well, it'll be no surprise to see that we're just sort of testing that at the moment. So there's two sort of dynamic lines of support there for price at the moment. We're currently testing it on the hourly, so if it reacts and stays above here, in this hour, we've got 15 minutes till the open of the market, then at least we've tested the hourly ATMA and we can sort of target this EMA because there's room to trade to that. And if it breaks, then brilliant, we're sort of past the ATMA, which would be good. I think what I'd like to see though is we're currently sat at the bottom of this band. If we could open somewhere near the top of it and not have too much, big price action, big candles. Usually you start the day off with a couple of big candles. If we can get some sort of sell pin bar up here, that would be perfect. If it just maybe spikes past this high and gives us a sell pin bar around the top of this band, I'd look to take that probably no further than sort of these lows here. So somewhere around there is where I would look to exit the trade if I could get into it. Failing that, if we're just going to carry on moving up, I've got a couple of bands above, and if nothing really sets up and it just starts to come down, then I do have a couple of bands below as well, and I'll just look at them as and when price gets there. So that's the plan for now. I'll update you a little bit later on. Okay, so it's pretty much done what I was hoping it would do this morning. The signal's come a little bit lower than where I wanted it to, but I'm going to get short just beneath this pin bar here. So the low is 73.25.5, so I'll be in at 24.3. I'll just do that now. Sell 24.3. There we go, just to check that order. So we'll be short now below this pin bar. And what we'll be targeting is, we'll be looking past the close, we'll be looking for a bit more of a retracement down towards this band, but it'll probably line up more with the 4-hour ATMA, which is down about 305. So it'll be a little bit above this band at the moment. So I'll bring the order across so you can see it, and obviously this will disappear. I'll bring the live ticket up if we get triggered. The stop will just go a little, probably towards the highs. That will give us a good enough risk to reward. If this ticket disappears for whatever reason, it's because my internet connection at the moment is absolutely pants. It's just sort of jumping in and out at the moment, but as soon as it comes back, it'll reappear. So yeah, let's see how this gets on. Okay, so that was short-lived. 5 minutes later, we've closed well above the sell signal, as you can see, so I'm going to cancel that. And we're right back up at the top of this band again now. So if I show you the hourly time frame, we have bounced. We're getting like a bounce from the ATMA that we talked about. Whether we sort of double top here and fail, that's a possibility. As I said earlier, we're quite a way away from this on the 4-hour, so there's room for some move down, especially now that we've tested this hourly ATMA. So I would still be interested from sell signals up here, but we'll just have to carry on waiting. So I'm going to go make a cup of tea and I'll update you later. Right, so we're just after the retail news now. We've had, retail sales for the pound at 9:30. Not too much of a reaction, but we have got this pin bar that sort of spiked into the highs for the day. I mean, it's toying with the idea of breaking this band, but it hasn't done that yet. What I'm actually going to do, I think, is just look to put a short in here, below this candle. We've tested the hourly ATMA as discussed, and we're still quite a distance from that ATMA on the 4-hour chart. So the low is 38.5. So I'm going to enter a trade at sell 37.3. Submit that. Check out. Yeah, there's not much length on that candle. So if it starts coming down now, we're going to get triggered into a short trade. We've tested these levels plenty of times now. You see, we've been chopping sideways. Even these sort of mini highs below we've tested. So if we start coming down now, I would expect us to move down lower. I think my target will go from here, will go back to being just sort of these lows here. Just across this orange line here. I know we've got the 200 coming up through that, and that's not been tested for a while. But that will be the target for now. We'll see what price is doing as and when it sort of gets down to the 200 if it does get there. But yeah, I'll bring the ticket across because the trade's been triggered now, and we'll see how this one runs. Well, we're 20 to 11 now, so just a bit of an update on the price action. You can see we've been super sluggish really since we got into this trade. We've had 2 or 3 candles with, some genuine decisiveness, and the rest has just been so sluggish. In fact, there was 15 minutes of price action here where we barely moved price. It really has been slow, and you'll have noticed that the ticket's flickering in and out. My trading account just keeps logging in and logging out because the internet at the minute is so poor. Annoyingly, where I've moved to, the internet connection is not great at all, and we don't have fibre yet. So I've just changed providers, thinking that like a new account and a new router and everything might improve things, and if anything, it's got worse. So here's wishing I'd not touched it, but that can't be helped. I'll just always bring the ticket back as soon as the account logs back in, and if you see any error messages, whatever, please just ignore them. So yeah, as I've said before, on the 4-hour chart, we've still got room down to the ATMA. The ATMA is just sitting below, sort of up at 314 currently, so just below this orange line. We're just sitting really on the ATMA on the hourly. We're yet to break it. We keep sort of toying with it. It's sort of curving up under this price action here that we can see, and like I say, it's just sort of toying with it for now. It's had plenty of tests though, so I mean, it's a break is more than possible at some point. Hopefully within this hour would be good. The only thing really that's probably stopping us getting down to sort of this 7317 level will be this 5-minute 200. That's going to be in this band soon, which isn't great. So we'll just have to see what happens as we get down towards the band. If we start seeing lots of rejection and it's at the bottom of the band, then maybe we come out of the trade a little earlier. We got in on this candle, so down to the bottom. The risk reward, even to the bottom of the band, will be good enough. So we'll just have to assess that if we get there. So yeah, I'll continue watching for now. I'll update you shortly. Okay, so we're 20 to 12 now. We're just sort of spiking through this 200 as we speak. I think, to be honest, I'm just going to take the profit here. So there's the ticket gone. The reason being, we're coming down into these lows. this is, the 200 moving average is not. It is a really good moving average for looking for reactions at, and now we didn't touch this average all day yesterday. We were trending upwards, and this is our first touch of it. I would expect some reaction here. I still fully expect price to get down towards the 713 level, but it could. The range on today's price action hasn't been massive. We've done 16 points top to bottom almost. Not even 20 points top to bottom. There's a very real chance that this comes up, throughout the day now from this 200, maybe takes out these highs and then rolls over last thing this afternoon. That could happen. There's also the chance that this level doesn't get hit at all. The risk to reward in this trade was like 6 points. I think we got in here. The candle size was 3 and a bit points. You've got our spread and 2 points above, maybe 6.5 points risk on the trade. We took 11 points profit. Really good risk to reward on that trade. We had to wait a little bit because price fell asleep. To be honest, it came up and tested this high that it made this morning, and then finally we got some decisive price action down into the 200, and you can see it's definitely thinking about reacting at this level, and of course it's the lower part of this band, and technically, although I'm not counting it as a break, it has closed above this band, but very, very mildly. And when price action is like this, I never count this as a break. But there are things to consider, which makes this a good point to get out, as I've already discussed, because of the good risk to reward at this point as well. If it had been like 1-to-1 at this point, I would have held on for that little bit extra to make the trade, to give me that more reward for the risk that I've had to put out there, but I didn't need to. So why do it? So yeah, I thought we were going to get. It was looking like at one point we were going to get a losing trade. I know on the channel, I'm sort of semi-conscious on the channel that there's not been a losing video up for a while, and I don't want people thinking this guy's had. I don't know how many it is, but it's got to be above 10 winning trades in a row. That's just how it's fallen because of it's every Thursday. That's not my last 10 trades won't be winners. Rarely do you get a run where you get 10 winners in a row. It happens, but not that frequently. So please don't think that that's representative of somebody that makes a realistic record for when you're looking back at your own trades, or if you're thinking of getting into trading, thinking, well, this guy's just had 10 winners in a row, that's easy. It's not. I promise you it's not. And in actual fact, the price is coming down a little bit further now, so it might mug me off completely as I'm talking to you here and come down to my level. But that said, I'm happy with this trade. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. Sort of, I don't want people getting the wrong idea of how what success looks like. It's 10 winning trades in a row, not every day, so I'll just leave that with you. But I hope you have enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the content on the channel, and if there's anything else that you'd like to see, or any changes, or anything at all that you think you would benefit more from, please let me know in the comments down below. If you have enjoyed the video, please do leave a like on it, and if you do enjoy the channel, please subscribe. I do these videos every week, and then I try to throw some other videos in where I get the time to help on other topics. It's just where time allows, to be honest. But thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.